Well, whether it's acts of service, quality time or physical touch, love languages have long been hailed the secret to finding a perfect companion or even rebuilding a relationship.
But according to the experts, these expressions of romance could be doing more harm than good. So what do we need to be wary of when searching for the one? And how do we create a connection that lasts?
To break it all down, we welcome couples therapist and sexologist Isaiah McKimmie. Hi, lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Let's rewind for a second. Where did this concept come from and what are the 5 so-called love languages?
Yeah, so the idea of the 5 love languages, really were kind of created by Dr. Gary Chapman way back in the early 90s when he wrote a book about it. And his idea was that there are 5 ways we give and receive love: acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, touch and gift giving. And that we all have one that's our preference, and that where couples kind of get into trouble is if they're speaking different love languages to each other.
Yeah, right. You say that following this belief system can in fact be harmful in some ways.
Well, it isn't going to be harmful for everyone, but we are seeing that when these are used to kind of force someone into showing love in a particular way, it can lead to unhealthy expectations.
Okay, so some people credit the concept with improving or even saving their relationships. So how can it sometimes work?
Yeah, look, I have a lot of clients who say how helpful this has been for their relationships. And I think where that really comes from is because it starts a conversation. So very often we expect someone to think and act the way we do in a relationship and for a partner to be able to read our mind and give us what we need. And of course, they can't do that. So having a conversation about the love languages starts to build that understanding.
So what actually are we looking for when it comes to building a strong relationship?
Yeah, so look, we do have proven practical activities and advice that can help. And it really falls into 3 categories of building a strong connection with each other, even when things are busy, learning to communicate well, and keeping that sexual spark alive.
Okay. You say that putting words into action is important. So what can we actually do to build or to mend a relationship?
Yeah, look, taking action is important. The way that I describe it is often as like a car. No matter how much you love your car, you don't expect it to just keep running by itself. You have to do things to take care of it. And the relationship is the same. So you can do things like scheduling time every day to check in with each other, scheduling date nights to keep up that fun and playfulness, learning to communicate well and to argue respectfully, and scheduling in those bedroom dates that I know I've spoken about.
So just on that car analogy though, but you're not advocating like saying to your partner, is it time for a grease and oil change? You wouldn't want to do that, would you?
Please don't look at me when you're talking like that. It's a very
it's a
private conversation between you and your sexologist. Don't look at me.
You could. I mean, I'd be interested to see where that goes.
Yes, right.
I got confused on the graphic. Was it have regular sex dates in the car, or was it the car analogy different?
Whatever works for you, Larry.
Sylvie and I have got this beautiful love language thing we do, and I can highly recommend it. In winter, Sylvie sprinkles cheese outside on the lawn for me.
Because that's where you are.
That's right. Lovely to see you as always.
Thank you so much.